The class attribute, while similar to ID attribute, groups a set of elements in the same class. So its name value pair looks like this, the same with how you'll name an ID. So unlike ID, which is unique to an element, the same class name can be assigned to more than one element. So for this example, both paragraphs above here are grouped under the class name question. So both of them are in the same class. Meaning to say, whatever styling you perform in the question class can be applied to these two paragraphs as well. So an element can have one or more class names. So if you want the second question to be under the HTML class, so let's say you have another class named HTML, and you want to combine them or use both of them, so you can add two class names by separating them with white space. So just like with this example, this is a separate class and this is also a separate class, but you can add them together. Just put a space in between. So naming rules for the class attribute. Of course, it must begin with a letter, either lowercase or uppercase. First letter can be followed by a letter, digit, hyphen, or an underscore. And you must remember that values are case sensitive as well. So where do we use the class attribute? So first, the same with ID for styling your elements. So you can specify the style you want for an element that belongs to the class in your style sheet. So let's take a look at this example. You have three different classes: question, answer, and HTML. So in your CSS, you can include code to style your classes. For example, by telling it that the question class has the text color is set to yellow and the text is bold. In the answer class, text color is green. In HTML class, text color is red. So if we apply this to this example, we have 4 paragraphs here. So the first paragraph uses the class question. So you can recall that class question has text color of yellow and is bold. So we should expect that the value here or the content here should be in yellow and bold. So like this. The second paragraph uses the class name answer. So we are expecting that the color should the content should be colored in green. The text color should be green. So this is the output for that. Take a note at the third paragraph because it uses two classes, the question and HTML. So question has style that the text color should be yellow and bold. But for HTML, the text color is red, but it did not specify if the text is bold, italic, or whatever. So the output for the third paragraph is this. The text color is red because in HTML, we specify the text color should be red. Though in question we specify that the color should be in yellow, but since HTML has its own specific style, that the color should be red, and it applies to that. However, what happened here is that the text is bold style is also added to this. So it combined the two style, that the color should be red and the text is bold. And of course, in the paragraph 4, it uses the answer class, which it will turn the color of the text into green. So notice that do you like HTML in the paragraph 3 question has styles for both question and HTML classes applied to it. Another way to use the class attribute is in JavaScript. So class can also be used to manipulate HTML elements of the same class.